We're Dave and Kay Nowak. Kay is a licensed mental health therapist, and I previously was a director of religious education at a large Catholic parish in Ohio.
We've served as part of the marriage ministry team for the Diocese of Orlando since 1997. Presently, we serve as pre-Cana presenters.
Make me a channel of your peace.
We're here to share with you a tool that we've learned and use at Pre-Cana Days that comes from purpose-built families in a program they have called PAIRS, P-A-I-R-S, Practical Applications in Intimate Relationship Skills. And it has 5 points. It is a speaker-listener technique. It's typically used to help build safety in the relationship. And we've used it regularly in our relationship. Today we're going to demonstrate how we use it now. We recommend that you use it as a speaker-listener technique, which means if I go first, I talk all the way through 5 points, and then I listen, Dave listens to me while I do that, and then he speaks and I listen to him while he speaks through his 5 points, and then we have a discussion together. We're going to model it the way we use it now, which is one at a time, as they come up, typically as they come up.
The first one's appreciations. How do I appreciate you? How do you appreciate your spouse? And it could be anything, appearance, what you've done, what you're doing. Characteristics. You have beautiful hair, nice smile, whatever.
Personality characteristics.
You have a great personality. I can go on and on.
The second is new information. And new information is exactly that. Something that you learned at work, something that you learned from a friend, something that you weren't with your spouse when you heard it. And it's just simply new information. So like today, Dave, I learned that our granddaughter, Gracie, thinks that I'm always late and that you frequently forget.
Well, she's probably right. The next one's puzzles, and that would be things that you don't understand that your spouse has done and you are questioning it. And rather than letting that kind of sit and fester in the back of your mind and blowing up about it, you ask a question. Why did you do what you did when you did it? I don't understand.
What was going on? Try not to use the word why, because it can put your partner's defenses up, but try to be curious. Heidi Peckham, who was a family life director years ago for the diocese, taught us that. Be curious, not furious. So if we can get curious. So the puzzles is to help us be curious. For example, I drag 2 bags around.
And I have no idea why.
And so Dave would say to me, help me understand.
Help me understand why you drag 2 bags around, or why I help you drag 2 bags around, maybe.
Maybe. So starting softly is what John Gottman says. Start softly. Help me understand. Be very curious. Then the next one is concerns with recommendations for change. That can be a behavior that I really have a hard time with, and that I would ask Dave to please change the behavior. It's not a criticism of his personality. Personality characteristics are not things that we have to ask our partners to change. Their behavior we want to ask for changes. For example, what I often hear in therapy is, at the end of the meal, you put your dish right beside the sink. And when you leave it there, I feel as though you expect me to be your servant and put it away. I would appreciate if instead of leaving your plate by the sink, you would put it into the dishwasher.
Could you do that for me, please?
I could.
Wishes, hopes, and dreams is the last topic, and one of my favorites because you can go almost anywhere with this. Lately, we just canceled our cruise, and you probably know why, but one of my hopes is that we can reschedule that for our 45th wedding anniversary next year. And I'm excited about that. Very excited to be with you on a cruise without a virus.
That would be awesome.
Hey folks, be safe. We love you all. It was fun doing this. Thanks.
God bless you.